Hiya, and welcome back to another Pokemon paint session. Um, so today I am going to paint little Charmander here. Before I had Squirtle. This turned out pretty cute. And Bulbasaur, which I painted off camera and realized how fun it actually is to paint Pokemon. Let me see, the light is just a bit too much. That's more how I see it. So yeah, let's pick some colors for Charmander here. I do see there's a bit of print scars, but they'll fine. See this one tiny support thingy. Come off. There, fix it. There's one very small support there in his mouth. It's going to be cute. So as far as I did a bit of research on him, like I need to know which colors he has. Of course I know he's like this red-orange, but I want the perfect color. I mean, his evolution is more towards the red-orange. He's more orange-orange. So I think I'm going for this color. It's an orange-brown really, but it feels a bit more natural. I mean, I could go for this orange, but it's too much near the consistency of yellow paint. The coverage absolutely terrible, which is normal for colors like yellow and colors close to it. So I think this one is better, and then maybe mix up a bit with this Mars orange once I go towards the highlights. I think that's the better idea. Because if I'm going to just add some white to this, it will be more like a terracotta pot, not really Charmander. So okay, orange leather combined with a bit of Mars orange. And of course, since the other two Pokemon have been mixed with purple and yellow, going to do the same thing here again. So my shadow color and my highlight color. Of course, adding black to this and white to that. Let me throw some colors on the palettes. Oh, also, before you're wondering why I have this, we touched up the little mustache tattoo. So I figured why not use the tips I cut off the previous time, see if that works better. We'll see. Gotta be creative, you know? Are you closed or still closed? Mars orange. Apparently I got my reserve orange. My desk is absolutely littered with paint as I've been working on a different paint job today. Let's see, where is everything? White, black. Usually I clean up my workspace once I finish the project, but lately it's been a little bit of painting back to back, which is the bad thing really, but I have not been cleaning up as often as I used to. It's not too bad yet, but starting to be a little more chaotic than I prefer. But just one more day and then I have another mini finished, so then I can shove the paints for that one off the desk. At least that's the idea. I often have ideas, but if I actually do them... let's see. White. Oh, also this flamey tail of Charmander. It's quite simple really. It's just a yellow and a more red orange. So maybe... Ooh, that's perfect actually. So the Kalahari orange for his tail. Let's keep that close, but not yet on the palette. So Kalahari orange. And what kind of yellow? I think the Sahara yellow. I think these two would be a nice match for his tail. Then his belly is a yellowish beige. I think about the same color, maybe a bit more yellow as Squirtle, his front panel. Thinking and talking at the same time. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. These colors. Put them aside. Okay. Oh, and for his eyes, I figured he would have a more fiery eye, really. It's been a while since I watched Pokemon. I mean, it was my childhood thing to watch on TV. But apparently I remembered not too well. Because his eyes are a bit of a green, blue, but the dark version of that. They're quite dark. I don't know how that color is called, really. But on one example he has like these vibrant green eyes, and on the other it's more of a blue-green. So I'm probably just going to pick what looks fun. Ooh. Okay, now that's interesting. I see a... what's his name again? A Charizard. And the colors of his wings are the same color as the eyes of the Charmander. Never knew. That's pretty cool, really. Gotta keep that in mind. Okay, had not done that much research just yet, really. I've been working on some other paint jobs and stuff like that, you know? Let's see. Okay, mixing some colors. I think I'm going to start with mixing those two oranges, because now on the palette the orange brown looks a bit too much towards the brown. So I'm going for a 50-50. I think that should work. Yeah, should work. Fine. So then mix some more. Add a bit of purple. Add a bit of black. And there we have a shadow color. And a bit of yellow, a bit of white. Looks like a good range to me. Let's start with painting the entire Charmander with the 50-50 mix. Quickly made a bit more as I used that color for my shadow and highlight color as well. Let's just start somewhere. We'll probably need 2 coats before I can head over to the next shade of color. But let's worry about that when I get there. First, layer 1. Did I move my camera? Okay, I'm going to finish this piece and then I'm going to put my camera a bit back forward because it feels natural to be here, but it's not in frame. Just realized I did something stupid. I should have painted the inside of his mouth first. Because now I will have to repaint the orange, most likely. At least the area around his mouth. Always those kind of stupid little details I forget. I mean, like I mentioned, the coverage isn't great with colors that close to yellow. And I'm quite sure if I had used just the orange leather that it would have been fine. But this one is the guilty one. Let me move my camera. Let me rack everything. That is more natural. Oh. Okay, let's see. Anything in the way? Okay, let's proceed. Always looks terrible at this stage. With the half-ass coverage. Everything looks splotchy. But just try to ignore it, because in the end it will be totally fine. Need some more of that 50-50. Apparently, I thinned down the previous batch a bit too much, because this coverage is way better. And sometimes I'm scared about the fact that I might have thinned it down not far enough and then ruin all these details I've done before. So I'm always a bit careful with that, and sometimes a bit too careful. Probably looks a bit weird seeing him upside down, but I can hold his tail very nicely while painting the rest of his body. It's a nice little handle without touching the wet paint. I think this orange is the perfect color for Charmander. I should write that down, because I am totally planning on painting the next evolutions as well. And where this, what was his name again? Charmeleon? Like he's the more red-orange. There's a fly in my face. But go away. I feel like a cat at the moment. Shoo. You're disturbing me. What was I saying? Oh, right, the next evolution will be more of the same color as Charmander here. So if I want it matching to him, I should write down the recipe. Grab my little book. quick little notes in the book. That was Squirtle. Bulbasaur. This is Charmander. Okay. One more layer on top of his head, because I can still see some white poking through. I don't want that. Well, hello there. No notifications? Well, that's so rude. Have I turned them off? I don't think so. Maybe Twitch was just extra rude today. I don't know. It's Twitch. Maybe that's why they picked that name. Just making some quick notes here in my little book before I forget which colors there are. There. So today I also have been working on this different paint job. Been working on this little guy. Really liking how the non-metallic metal gold is turning out. It looks very shiny. And also the highlights on the blue armor. Looks like there's a very bright light coming in from one side. But it's really just all painted on. Whoops, just drop him, like, who cares? I constantly forget he's not glued on yet. I dropped him like 5 times already. So, shadow side. Light side. Just a bit of gloss here and there. Of course, here on the shoulder pad. and only on this side of his chest plate. Also these little thingies. Also went for a non-metallic metal gold there. And the backside of his headpiece was a bit more difficult, really. I mean, gold isn't just black in the shadows, there's always a bit of reflection. But yeah, secretly this is the more realistic version of Charmander. I mean, almost. Made a little base for him on the plinth I had bought. That doesn't work, black on black. Just some bamboo, a bit of grass. I think it will be hardened by tomorrow, as I use some 2-component putty. Going to be very cool. Yes, those are STL files from Make It Epic. And they have way too many cool little detailed thingies like bamboo and what more do I have? Like little mushrooms. Love to work with those. Little grass tufts. They also have brambles. And these thingies are truly sharp. I punctured my finger with them once. But yeah, they have a lot of things. And I really like to use them because I always have the difficulty with making base plates look like they belong to the mini. Like all those those grass tufts and such. I think they are adorable, but they look way too realistic for a plastic mini, so to say. So when I use printed grasses, they feel like more of a better combination, really. But yeah, that's of course nothing is wrong with the adorable little grass tufts. I absolutely adore them. But I rarely use them. Not since I got stuff like that. Let's see, let's get to some shadows. That's a round head. I mean, I do go crazy when I see those adorable little grass tufts being on sale. I always have to check what they have and then buy way too much and just look at them. But then again, if I see small little plants in nature, like the tiny little mosses, I have the same reaction. I mean, I like miniatures, I like plants. I love miniature plants. Sorry about that. Oh, that's weird. Is he twitching again? I mean, I think more people were having issues as it suddenly dropped to 1 viewer. That is so weird. I mean, my internet seems fine. I can't see anything on my side I can do about it. So let's just hope it's going to behave soon. Let's see if I can smoothen out the transitions. Well, I'm glad you don't think it's a big issue. I mean, I think there would be a lot of people who would say, well, fuck this, nope. I think some actually did. You can't blame them, really. I hope I can make him look a bit interesting, because there isn't much going on for him besides the orange skin tone and the red-yellow tail. I mean, there's not really much to him. So I hope I can at least have a bit of an interesting shadow highlight action going on. I think he will be cute when he's done. I never would have thought that I would enjoy to paint Pokemon in between. I mean, sure, they are cute, but never really have been working with Pokemon, really. And I all blame that guy who was painting all the original Pokemon onto a skateboard. I was watching his video and I was like, I want to paint Pokemon too. And well, here we are. Yeah, and I mean, I'm mostly a fan of the first ones. I mean, before they started to look like just mashed up animals and furniture. I mean, of course, I did not like all of them, but surely these four. Yeah, like that. I mean, in my opinion, just make some more episodes with the Pokemon you already have. If you cannot think of anything original anymore. Like, I mean, Talking Toaster, kinda original, but not my thing. I really thought that I had painted these already. Apparently not. And we're getting there. I like this so far. I mean, it's not very smooth, but I actually like that. Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. It's always a bit painful. I need more of that color. I never watched all the episodes of Dragon Ball Z. Only I think the start of it, the part that was on TV. Really liked those. And I still can remember the moment that I was running towards the television to put on Dragon Ball Z, and then something else showed up on that same time slot that Dragon Ball Z was playing usually. And I was so confused, like, was this the right day? Was it the right time? Yes, it was. Did I have the correct, what do you call it? The correct channel? But yeah, unfortunately they had stopped with Dragon Ball Z on TV. It was so shitty. I was so looking forward to that. I think it was eventually pulled from the Dutch television because it was too violent. Like, come on. Who cares? I mean, it kind of reminds me now of something I always thought was weird. So I grew up in this very small fisherman town, and there was this one boy who wasn't allowed to watch Pokemon because Pokemon came from the devil. Poor little kid couldn't even watch Pokemon. I mean, I can get that. Like, at least they try to keep it away from children. But 9 a.m. wasn't too bad. You could still sneak it in. Let's see if I can get some highlights. Let's start here. Color for this highlight looks fine when I paint it on, but then when it dries, it's way too subtle. Which is a shame, because it looks good when I paint it on. But yeah, I'm just going to do it all over. It's a nice, subtle transition. And it's a nice reference point, really, for the next highlight. Yeah, that's the thing. It's a very subtle transition at the moment. I mean, it really looks like it's coming in from the lights, but this is painted on. It's very subtle, like this one did get highlights and this one hasn't. Stop doing that thing. With and without. Definitely need to brighten it up even more. I'm always trying to connect all the highlights, like the one coming from his back to his belly, and then connecting with his leg as well, all the way up to his tail. And since his tail has a round shape, there will be another highlights. I'm going to place that one next to the shadow. Which reminds me, I still have to add highlights here as well. Let's see if I did the same on this side. Almost. Maybe start his head as well. So I have the entire body done and not his head. How's your hearing? Did you get it back? Turbo subscription, huh? I mean, turbo subscription, is that like they will put you into the same room as the painter? Like, best service ever? Let's see. Glazing back some of that shadow color. Without whatever that is. Always helps to glaze in some of the colors again, because they tend to get a bit lost when you use layer over layer. That is super weird. I wish I had more knowledge about stuff like that, because I really have no idea. They're twitching around. Really helps with the contrast when you add the highlight next to the shadow. I think it works really nice. Of course, I need a brighter highlight still, but it's a good start. Let's see. More of that same color. Yellow and white. Okay, let's see. Where to start? Always difficult. Just using that previously done highlights as templates, because I like the placements. And then at spots like this, where I want the highlights a bit less harsh as it is now, I'm just going to glaze back in some of that orange. There again, with the extra highlight and without. like to use the brush to create its own pattern. I'm not really looking for a specific type of texture, so I just poke around with the brush and see if I like that or not. And this brush likes to keep a nice shape, like it goes flat like this, and I can use that to create some nice looking texture. For the highlights, I mixed in yellow and white with that 50-50 mix I made. So my start color is a mix between these, like 50-50, hence the 50-50 color. It's Mars orange and orange leather. And then for the highlights, adding a bit of soul yellow and white sands. So these are all the colors I'm using up until now. And for the shadow, instead of these two, I'm using these two. So the sunset purple and black. So mixing in these two with this for the shadows, and mixing in these two with these two for the highlights. And the brighter I go, the more white and yellow I add. So I want to keep that yellow in there. If I just want to go brighter, I will use more white. So if I would go for another highlight on top of this, I wouldn't add more yellow. It's not necessary. But yeah, so far I like it. Yeah, I covered it first in that 50-50. Just covered the whole thing and then started adding highlights and shadows to it, really. And to me it's more helpful to place the shadows first, so I know where to place my highlights as well. But that's just something that I like to do. If it works for everybody, I don't know. I mean, to me it makes more sense which colors I need for my highlights and for my shadows. Now I'm mixing my own colors. Like, it's not... I'm not anywhere... Jeez. Okay, try that again. I'm not looking for the perfect combination in the 50,000 paint bottles on the desk. I know which color I need to make. If I pick a purple for my shadow, it's just very, very easy to me. Then I will pick a yellow to add to the highlight. And I think that makes more sense in my head than just looking for a color that seems like a good option. I mean, I think it is partially the reason why I'm painting like I'm painting now, when I started to create my own style with the contrasting shadow and highlight colors. It was just because it made more sense to me, really. And I always had difficulty finding the right color in my collection, because you would start asking around for what color did you use for that highlight, because it looked good. But if it looks good on somebody else's paint job, it's not a guarantee that it will actually look good on yours as well, because you've used so many different colors, and it was too difficult for me, and I was thinking way too hard about the color combinations I needed and wanted, and I didn't paint nearly as much as I'm doing now, simply because I was thinking about the correct combination for weeks really before I started the miniature. It's quite silly really. Like, I'm painting because I want to paint, and if I need weeks up front to come up with a good color combination, that's a bit too crazy for me. So yeah, like today, I just picked my start orange I wanted to use, and from there on, I really just came up with everything on the spot. Yeah, exactly. And then before you know it, you have the entire range of brand A and the entire range of brand B, and you have your entire desk absolutely stacked to the brim with all these paints you're never going to use. So yeah, I'm fine with just a couple of basic paints, and learning how to mix them yourself, it creates this endless amount of colors. But yeah, it's not for everybody. I mean, I understand that as well. Not everybody wants to mix their own colors, they just want to sit down, open a bottle, and just paint. I mean, yellow is absolutely one of the most difficult colors to work with, and if it's not the correct yellow, you're going to fight yourself more. I mean, I like to use this one for the brighter yellows, or to use in the mixtures for the highlights. But if I need a bit more sunshine into it, I'm going for the Soul Yellow. If I want it a bit more muted, I go for the Sahara Yellow. These are all the yellow colors I use, really. never just on their own. This one, I'm going to use that for a base I will be painting forever. I mean, I tried with Pikachu, and this took me way too many layers. Yeah, no, it means sun. But it's a nice warm yellow, it reminds me of the sun. So a sunny yellow. I think I've used enough highlights. I think so. Yeah, the amount of shadow and highlights seem quite the same. I think I used a bit more highlights on him, but that's okay. It works, it works. What time is it? Okay. I think I'm going to paint his tail. What colors did I say I wanted to use again? Oh, the Kalahari. These ones. Kalahari orange and Sahara yellow. Where is my example? There. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm sorry. Come on, camera, focus. Thank you. So all the examples have a different flame, so let's just go with what I want. something like this. And then some yellow, of course. And I'm not going for realistic here because it's a Pokemon. But I do like a mix between kinda realistic and anime. So I'm just doing what my brain tells me to do and see if I agree. It still looks very rough at the moment. I mean, of course it needs more highlights. I don't think I'm going to bother with shadows, as it is a flame. Let's see, a bit more of that orangey red. Color looks way more orange now because I am painting it over the yellow. This is why I chose to go for the red first, followed by the yellow, because now I'm still using the same two colors, but it looks like I'm using more because of the combination of the two. I used to make the same mistake over and over with painting flames. I always started with a dark base and ended up with a light highlight. With flames, it's the opposite. The amount of times I had to repaint my flames after thinking, that looks weird. Adding a bit more brighter yellow. And especially with flames, you don't want smooth transitions. You want it to look like it is moving. So definitely enhancing my stripy texture here. Well, at least it's always a funny moment when you realize you painted your flames wrong. Feel like a total idiot. do like this side better than the front. Darn it. Bit more red orange. Maybe a bit darker on the top. Just adding the tiniest amount of black to that reddish orangey color. I'm going to keep it like this. Yeah, it's just a bit darker here at the edges, the tips. Nothing too drastic, because he does not have that. I think the flame looks nice next to the shadows and highlights on his body. Come on, camera. Yeah, I like that. I think it looked like a good combination of colors. Pikachu still looks very bland, but Almost, almost, almost. Oh, excuse me. Definitely very pleased with them. And it's a great timing to stop for tonight as well. I mean, it has been 2 hours already. Ooh, that does not sound healthy. So yeah, I'm going to make some quick notes next to the paints in my little book. And besides that, I should be totally able to recreate this. If I ever need to, of course. Alright, I also started with a little base for this dude. Because I am thinking about doing a giveaway for him. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay? Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a But of course, I will only start the giveaway when he is completely done. I still have to do some dry brushing. No, I added the stone really. It's also a part of the Make It Epic collection. It's the Dragon Stone, I think. It's a very cool rock. And for the red sands, I used a rust paste, that's the word, a rust paste. Just wanting something simple for the base, really. So yeah, when he is done, I will create this giveaway thingy. I will let you all know, no worries. Ooh, yeah, it's really time for me to stop. Unless you like to see me yawing, which would be a bit weird, but maybe another time. So yeah, thank you for being here in my start for Charmander here. Yeah, time for a nice cup of tea. Then maybe another hour. That's bedtime. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the chats. And I will be back on Friday. This will be a normal work week for me again, so I won't be confused with the days like I was last Friday. So yeah, definitely back on Friday. If I'll be back sooner than Friday, I will let you know on Instagram and on Facebook. We'll see if it happens. Nice. If not, I'll be back on Friday. Hey, bye. Tell me what's wrong.